Seems to me fairly clear that Duterte, whatever you think of him, was straightforward with the public. His platform was quite clear, and he won a clear victory.
Yes, but during the campaign, the public just thought that this is just rhetoric to make the campaign speeches more dramatic.
Look, what you didn't address was my point about the economic success. You have a 7% growth rate, which is going to continue. And I just, as a final point, put it to you that for all of your fears about what Duterte means for the Philippines, right now, viewed by many ordinary Filipinos, this guy is doing a decent job.
Well, that will change. Well, the numbers that you mentioned are the latest numbers way back in March. But if you look at where his numbers were when he assumed office, in less than a year, it went down by 17 percentage points.
Well,
and I believe
but believe me, Senator, if a Western politician could command 75% approval ratings, they would regard that as the happiest day of their life, believe me. Do you really believe this testimony?
Most definitely. I believe his testimony.
Maybe it's in Mr. Las Cañas' interest now to blame Duterte for actions which he himself took. I mean, the man is a self-confessed murderer many times over. It seems a little odd to me that you, as an experienced politician, would put so much faith in a self-acknowledged mass murderer. Yeah, I asked you earlier if you were a Democrat, and I think you feel you are, but let's look at your track record. Yes. You twice tried to mount coups against an elected Filipino president. Back in 2003, you had an abortive coup attempt which lasted, well, let's face it, only a day. It wasn't very successful, and then even more, to many Filipinos, even more sort of pathetically, you made another attempt to get her out in 2007, and you ended up in prison for the best part of 7 years. Looking at the comments made by members of the public in Manila to news agencies, they're saying things like, the streets are safer. We needed a ruler with an iron fist. These are quotes from the general public. I'm just wondering whether your comments, which are constantly negative, are out of tune with ordinary Filipino opinion. Okay, but look, the country's growing at pretty much 7% a year, which in the West would be regarded as a wonderful achievement. The World Bank says it expects that growth curve to continue at least through 2019. Mr. Duterte's done deals with Chinese investors, which suggest $15 billion worth of Chinese investment is coming into your country. He's been crowing about the way in which, by realigning the Philippines in terms of its diplomacy and outreach, it is now great friends with China, with Russia, and still has, of course, the security relationship with the United States. In a way, Duterte-ism appears to be working for the Philippines.
Well, on paper.
Thing is, this isn't just about the law, it's also about politics. The point about Mr. Duterte is, in May 2015, for example, he said, "Am I the death squad?" It's true. That is true. So again, he has put his own record in front of the Filipino public, even to the point of discussing his association with death squads. And the Filipino public decided this was the man to clean up your country. So in political terms, it seems to me you're bashing your head against a brick wall. Are you a Democrat, Senator Trillanes?
Yes, I am from the Nationalista Party.
No, I didn't mean in terms of party affiliation. I just meant in terms of your commitment to democracy. In terms of your commitment to democracy. In terms of your commitment to democracy. Isn't the truth, Senator Trillanes, that the Filipino public elected Duterte to the presidency because they wanted a tough guy who could impose order on the Philippines? And if your country was in a parlous state, drugs crime was at the center of it, and that is why Duterte was voted in to deal with it, to deal with it, to deal with it.